Hey everybody, welcome to The Dark Stuff. It's me, your buddy Dave, and I'm the host here at the Dark Stuff channel, or in the sense that I'm the only one you ever see on camera here. And I wanted to just chime in with a really quick video, just a recap of the Omaha record show that I went to a little bit ago. It's a decent one. And then a really awesome music festival that happens in Omaha just announced their lineup, killer lineup. And I'm going to kind of propose a little VC meetup or something to tie in with this festival. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So let me go ahead and get started here. The Omaha Record Show happens twice a year. Your town has them too. Every place does. They always have them at the Firefighters Union Hall here in town. I had to work in the morning, so I couldn't go right at 10 when it opened. I wasn't able to get there till probably about 1 o'clock. So I know that there's a lot of the more fanatic collectors get there right at 10, but I got to tell you, I'm not one of those really fanatic collectors because I never go into these things with an agenda, really. I mean, I'm the opposite of most record collectors. I don't have a list of things I'm looking for. I have some vague ideas, but for me, part of the record shows and going to used record stores is just the thrill of finding something out in the wild, of just flipping through all the stacks and going, whoa, you know, this is cool. Or, man, I was thinking about getting this, but now it's only $2 or something, and now I'm willing to get it. So that's why these record shows are, it doesn't matter whether I get there right at 10 o'clock. I don't like the big crowds because I get a little claustrophobic, so I prefer for it to be a little bit later. Crowd is pretty good. I'd say about average for the Omaha record shows. Nothing out of the ordinary or spectacular. Heavy on the used. Not a lot of just like $2, $3 records. I mean, I got, let's see, 10 different items, and I spent less than $30. So I feel like I got some pretty good buys. Nothing crazy rare or anything like that. Let's just go through what I got here. So I'll start off with two things from an artist I am actively looking for. There's just a handful of things, but I like Elvis Costello Picture Sleeve 7 inches because he always puts great B-sides on there. I think the artwork is always cool, and I want to collect more from Elvis, so I am looking for that. So I was looking through one dealer's stack, and I found this 7-inch for I Can't Stand Up for Falling Down, and it's got Girls Talk on it, which is a B-side, an unreleased B-side, and then two more songs off the Get Happy album, Secondary Modern and King Horse on the back. So I picked this up, and the guy goes, is there anything else you're looking for? And I said, well, really just looking for Elvis and maybe some Bangles stuff. If you see a Bangles Picture 7-inch or any Bangles 12-inch, looking for that. Well, he said, no, I don't have anything. I think you got what he got. So I started walking away down the aisle, and all of a sudden I'm hearing my name being yelled. And I'm turning around, and I see this dealer come running after me. And one of my friends was also looking at the table at the same time, so he obviously told him my name. And he comes running up, and he shows me this Elvis Costello Picture Sleeve for New Amsterdam. So again, same time, 1980, same Get Happy period. This one has Dr. Luther's Assistant. Let's see here, which is a B-side, an unreleased B-side, and then the other side, Ghost Train, and Just a Memory. I think those are both outtakes as well. I might be wrong on that, but see, I have the CDs with the bonus track, so it's hard to remember what was on and what wasn't. Anyways, I'll never play this because it's a picture disc, and picture discs sound like shit, but this is pretty cool, and it is kind of up my eye what I was looking for. So fortunately, that guy remembered. Those are each $5. Those are the most expensive records I've paid for all day. The rest of everything was like $2, $3, $1.50. I mean, cheap shit. So I grabbed this copy of Genesis Abacab. I've had this album in the past. I've owned it. I mean, it came out when I was like 11 or 12 or something, and I used to really dig Genesis. This is a decent copy, decent album. Abacab, No Reply at All, Keep It Dark, all good songs. Dodo, Lurker, Man in the Corner, probably know these. I will say that the vinyl itself, it's been played like a million times, so a lot of the crispness, the brightness of the sound is just not there. You know, I tried cleaning the record, it's just been played like a million times. So, but I paid $2 for it, so I can't complain too much. Now, most of my music listening life, I've sort of dismissed the band The Knack as kind of a joke, okay? Now, My Sharona is a great song, and they've had one or two other hits off that first album, and I always thought of them as they're the classic case of a one-hit wonder, right? They had the big song with My Sharona, that first album was massive, then they kind of died off. Well, I watched the documentary on them that came out a while ago. It's on Amazon Prime now. And I watched it all the way through because I like pretty much any music documentary. And I learned that some of the stuff I thought about the Knack was actually not true. For one, they weren't really a one-hit wonder. They had 2 big smash songs off that first album. And then they immediately followed it with the second album, and all of those batch of songs were written at the exact same time, which is why the second album sounded identical to the first album. And that first one sold like 6 million copies. The second one sold like 2 million. And you can't call an album that sold 2 million copies a flop, so they were never a one-hit wonder. They had one more album, then they broke up. Anyways, that's the long and short of the story. There's more to it with the documentary. I picked up this one, which is the second album from the Knack, But the Little Girls Understand. And I think that's Sharona herself on the front cover. She's featured in this documentary. So my opinions on the Knack, you know, like, okay, so Baby Talks Dirty was a successful song off this, was a hit, or a single anyways. I Want Ya. I don't know what other ones. The Hard Way, maybe? Oh, that's a Kinks. I think it's a Kinks song. Anyways, this is their second album. And I do have to say that although the Knack are better than I've always given them credit for, I've always just sort of written them off. Even though I like punk and new wave music, I always thought the Knack were kind of a joke. And if you want to look at mainstream bands that took the sort of new wave and ran with it, the Cars are the best ones ever at doing that. Okay, there's no one better than the Cars. The Knack doesn't even come close. Doug Feiger's a decent songwriter. He doesn't touch Rick Ocasek. Let's just be honest. This album, half the songs sound like My Sharona. It's the same. I mean, it's the same thing. So I guess what I'm saying is that my criticism of the Knack for my whole entire musical life might have been a little bit overdone, but at the same time, it's not like now I'm discovering this older music and being like, man, these guys were these undiscovered geniuses. No, they got about the right amount of credit, you know? Decent record. Like with the last one, it's been played a lot, okay? It looked pretty good when I just took a quick look at the vinyl, but it's been played a lot. A lot of the crispness is gone on that one. Speaking of Rick Ocasek, or, well, not really, but I picked up this solo album from Benjamin Orr. He is the late bass player for the Cars and vocalist on a lot of tracks like Drive and Candy-O and stuff like that. Although he never wrote any of the songs. Rick Ocasek always wrote the songs. So this is a solo album that he did in the 80s. Still haven't heard it yet. It's called The Lace. But his voice was great, and I just thought, you know, okay, so his role is sometimes singer and bass player for the Cars. Well, let's see what he's got to offer. So I'm going to give this one a listen. I paid $1 for this, April Wine, The Nature of the Beast. I used to have this cassette as a kid. Just Between You and Me was the big hit off this one. And so I remember this. These are like classic Canadian AOR band. Nothing special here. It was more nostalgic, and honestly, it was $1, so didn't have to commit to much. Crazy World of Arthur Brown.
I am the god of hellfire, and I bring you...
This is just something I just wanted to check out, really. It was $2.50. It was in a half-price stack, so I picked up this one. Arthur Brown, The Crazy World of Arthur Brown. All I have from Badfinger is a greatest hits record, but now I have this, which is the Magic Christian Music by Badfinger. And this has the song Come and Get It, written by Paul McCartney, which everyone, when this song came out in like 1969, assumed it was the Beatles under a different name because it sounds so much like the Beatles. And it doesn't hurt that the fact that the song was written by Paul McCartney in addition. But these guys have a lot of great songs on their own. Like I said, I've only heard their greatest hits, and they have tons of good songs. So this is going to be interesting getting into this one. So we'll see if they have more than just hit songs. And this guy, I don't know. I've always thought, another Canadian record, Kim Mitchell, I've always thought the song Go for Soda was always kind of funny. It's like this song about sobriety or whatever. Or I mean, I think, unless he's just being ironic and he was a big drinker. But anyways, Go for Soda was the song off this one, and I just bought it for $1 to see. Or was it $1? I bought it for $2 just to see if there were any other good songs on here. I know any Canadian viewers probably angrily typing like, "How dare you, dismiss our national treasure, Kim Mitchell?" Hey, I don't know. I only know the song "Go for Soda." I used to play it on Z92 when I was a kid. And this was a really cool thing. Pretenders extended play. It's from the original Pretenders band, of course. And I bought it because it has a live version of Precious, recorded at Central Park, August of 1980 on it. And again, it was $2.50. So add it to my Pretenders collection. I do love those first like 3-4 years of the Pretenders are great. So here, I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, and I may never mention this again, but I just figured I'm going to throw it out there. I did a video last year about the MAHA Music Festival, kind of behind the scenes, because I generally am a stage manager on one of the stages. And this time, they just announced the lineup for the 2017 version, and I'm proposing something of a VC meetup if anyone is interested. I'm not going to hammer this. This is going to be the one and only time I probably mention it, unless I get some feedback that people would potentially want to do it. Saturday, August 19th, Omaha, Nebraska, Exarban Village, which is the name of the park, Stinson Park, inside Exarban Village, where the festival will be. Now, wherever you live, there's probably a good music festival there too. And you're probably saying to yourself, Dave, you know what? We have music festivals here too. Maybe you do. The reason why this is such a unique festival is it's run by a non-profit, and they take a lot of donations, which means the ticket prices are relatively low. You get top dollar entertainment, and they cap the attendance at around 8,000 or 9,000 people. So you're not dealing with this ocean of 50,000 people. For me, that's too much. I can't handle it. So here's the lineup, okay? And again, you're going to be seeing this at what I call a boutique festival. So the headliner is Run the Jewels. Automatically, that's pretty cool. You got Belle and Sebastian, The Faint, Sleigh Bells, The New Pornographers, Built to Spill, Torres, Surfer Blood, Priests, and then 2 local bands, The High Up and the Hotman Sisters. Again, August 19th, which is a Saturday. It's an all-day festival. There's tons of hotels and whatnot everywhere around the area. I'm thinking if anyone from out of town wants to come into Omaha and attend the festival, I'll be working the festival, so I could definitely say hi, but I'm thinking maybe the Friday night before, have some sort of Omaha meetup or something. I'm not offering anyone to stay at my house. Let's just make that perfectly clear. But I'm totally up for hanging out. I would love to. Maybe we could visit the bunker, but that's all I'm promising is just a visit. No party, no overnight crashers. That's not going to happen. But if anyone is interested, send me a private message or shoot me an email, or send me a message and ask for my email. And I would love to meet up. I think it would be great. And like I said, maybe your town has big music festivals too, but there's probably 20, 30, 40,000 people there. And you have to choose between, this artist is all the way over here versus this artist is all the way over here. This place has 2 stages. So big stage, little stage. So you see one act, they end, 5 minutes later, you just go like this. There's the other one. There's no overlapping. You don't have to choose to miss someone to see someone else, okay? I think the tickets are like $55 or something. $55 for that level of band is pretty classic. And hey, maybe you have a significant other who's not into that music, but they like Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga's playing that same night at the CenturyLink Arena. So, send him or her off to that, and you can come to the MAHA Music Festival. Anyways, again, if I don't get any feedback on this or no interest, you'll never hear me mentioning it again until I do the video talking about the festival that just happened. All right, everyone, take care.